IFP leader Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi has paid a moving tribute to his late wife, Princess Irene Buthelezi. Princess Buthelezi passed away this morning at Kwapendangene in Emachlabatini outside Ulundi after a long illness. She was 89.
Irene Mzila was born and raised in Elof Street Extension in Johannesburg in 1930. She trained as a nurse. In 1949, she met Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi. The couple got married in July 1952. They were blessed with 8 children. She is credited for bringing up the children almost alone. This due to her husband's demanding schedule as a politician and the Prime Minister of the Amazulu monarch and nation.
I thank God for her. I thank her for the love that she gave to me, the love she gave to my children, the way she brought up our children, the way she respected my mother, the way my mother, groomed her, because she was just a Johannesburg girl, knew nothing about Zulu culture.
Buthelezi says his wife stood firm during their most challenging times. These include the death of their 5 children, some of whom died of AIDS-related illnesses.
She is strong because if you think of the fact that God had blessed her with 8 children and 5 of them have been buried, we've gone through that together. That means she has been very strong.
Arrangements have not been announced. Simpiwa Makanya, SABC News, Durban.
Well, the spokesperson for the Inkhatha Freedom Party is Mkhuleko Hlenghwa. He joins us now. Mr. Hlenghwa, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time this evening. This must be a very sad day for your party and a very, very difficult day for Prince Buthelezi.
Well, thank you very much, Stephen, and to the viewers. At the outset, let us convey our deepest condolences to Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi and his family on this day when they have lost the pillar of the family. Princess Irene had worked tirelessly to keep the family together whilst Prince Buthelezi was engaged in the struggle for liberation and in post-democracy politics. And so today the family mourns a mother, a wife, and we in the IFP as well mourn an activist and a leader in her own right who made sure that at all times she put people first. And that's why, as the IFP, we describe her as a selfless woman of integrity. And so indeed, this is a difficult day for Prince Buthelezi and his family, and we wish them strength and comfort during this difficult time.
What kind of role did she play in your party, the IFP, and in fact in society more generally? What kind of role was she playing?
Well, Princess Irene, as your insight also points out, coming from Gauteng, Johannesburg, which had become the port of political activity. In her own right, she participated in the Defiance campaign of the 1950s. She was a leader of the IFP Women's Brigade and an activist in the IFP Women's Brigade, and she participated in its activities, particularly around the programs of self-help and self-reliance, which encouraged women to participate meaningfully in sustainable agriculture to keep homes together during those difficult times. And she was really a community worker, a community person, a people's person. And most importantly, one of the highlights of her life was to stand shoulder to shoulder with her husband, Prince Buthelezi, to destigmatize the pandemic of HIV and AIDS during the dark days of HIV AIDS denialism, when they broke the silence of their family to tell the world that 2 of their children, Prince Nelisa and Princess Mandisa, had died of HIV and AIDS. That went a very long way to destigmatize HIV and AIDS and to make it possible for families to talk about this and for society to talk about this and heal families in a very difficult time. She was very much a family person and gave love to her grandchildren. You'll recall that Princess Irene and Prince Buthelezi were blessed with 8 children. 3 are surviving. And so those 8 children gave them a lot of grandchildren. And so during their passing, she has been able to give those grandchildren love, support, and be able to grow and groom them into persons of their own. she played a very supportive role to Prince Buthelezi himself in the very difficult days of the struggle, and when the many arrows were fired at Prince Buthelezi, she stood firm by his side and remained kind and gentle and became a voice of reason. So the saying that goes behind every great man, there is a great woman. She brought that to life, but beyond that, she was a great woman and a great leader and a great activist in her own right, because she was able to advance her own convictions about how we should free our country, and participated in these activities. So her loss is well beyond the Buthelezi family and the IFP, and in her own way, she did make a lasting mark on the political landscape of this country. And it's sad that, of course, her activism was cut short due to ill health, but she continued to give that support and love to her husband for 67 years, which in itself is indicative of the kind of person that she was, to hold things together in a world where we know that relationships generally don't last, particularly in politics, but she was able to step up to the plate and carry that marriage and carry her husband. So from every vantage point that you look at her and look at her life, you can't come to any other conclusion than that she was a great woman.
And Mr. Hlenghwa, I mean, I presume that you'll have made some arrangements, or started making some arrangements to remember her, perhaps a memorial service. There'll be other ceremonies as well, of course. Are you able to tell us yet what plans might be in place?
Well, we have decided to give the family the necessary space and time to process this tragic ordeal of the passing of Princess Irene. And so at an appropriate time, once the family has concluded its plans and arrangements, those will be made public. The IFP National Executive Committee will be visiting Wapindangene tomorrow to meet with the family, and already leaders of the party are liaising with the family. We do want to emphasize that for all intents and purposes, this is a family matter and a family affair, and we as the IFP will be playing a supporting role to Prince Buthelezi and his family, and to make sure that they are able to bid farewell in a way which will give them the necessary comfort and closure, and we do not want to politicize the final days of their mourning and the send-off, because we believe that they need that moment as a family, but the IFP will be walking this journey with them step by step, and we want to express our gratitude to all South Africans and citizens of the world who have already started sending their messages of condolence and of support to the family, and we believe that those are going a long way in giving the family the necessary surety that they are not alone during this time. And Prince Buthelezi in particular truly appreciates it, and we wish him strength as he carries his family during this very difficult time of loss.
Mkhuleko Hlenghwa, the spokesperson for the IFP, thank you very much indeed for your time tonight.